Good morning, guys. This is Jock here from Deadly Departed. Today we're going to talk about the coronavirus. I've mentioned it before in a video regards questions that came in to me whether this was demonic or not, and I'm not going to go into that because I've mentioned my thoughts on it. But we're going to talk about what this means to mediums, what this means to spiritual workers, and how should we deal with it moving forward. So when we come right back, we're going to talk about the coronavirus and mediumship as we progress. God bless. Okay guys, welcome back. So the coronavirus has hit us quite hard and it seems the whole world is on slowdown. Is this something that we can learn from? Yes. Is it something that will affect everybody financially and the way that we live our life? Yes, for the time being. What I want to talk about today really is where we are in terms of mediumship. I know that a lot of churches are closing down, a lot of organizations are closing down, but what does it really mean to us as mediums? Okay. We should be looking at this as something that could be positive for us, not in terms of how bad the virus is spreading or causing us harm in any way, but how we can take this time for ourselves to develop and contemplate. I urge my fellow professional, mediums and developing mediums to stop all circles, private circles, public circles. It is very dangerous in the way that this virus is transmitted. And as mediums, we're often one-to-one with people giving sittings or even group sittings in events or even in workshops. And that poses a greater risk. Now, one of the things that I want to say before we go on and talk about, what we can actually do is that remember one important thing, guys, that you have a divine power within you. You are a spirit in a human body. That means you're a spirit having a human experience. Therefore, within you is the divine power to transcend this time, to transmute the negative to the positive. And that's what I would urge you to do, is to meditate and to recognize that your divine power has the capacity to overcome any particular danger that can come to us. And your outlook and your positivity is part of that process that will help you get through this. Now, for me, I'm like a caged lion at the moment. I like to get out and about, and meeting people and having meetings and discussions, and I can't do that at the moment, So the way I look at it is that maybe I can do something differently. Maybe I can do something in a different way to serve. Certainly when, as mediums, we have the capacity to do online sittings and we can video chat with people and that kind of thing. So that gives this social distancing aspect. Do I think that you should, continue your circles and stuff online? No. Excuse me, I'm just going to sneeze, so I'm going to pause you a second. Let me see. No, I'm not going to sneeze. Crazy. I never going to sneeze. You know what it's like one of these times. Alright, so I wasn't going to sneeze. So, do I think that you should jump into doing online circles and things like that? No, because you're kind of jumping from one thing into another and trying to force your development in such a way that, and that's feeding your ego and feeding, let's get out there and do something, and let's, get into an online circle and an online group and see what we can do. And it really negates, like I've said, I'm not a big lover of online development. I never will be, because I believe that the medium should be with the student. I believe that, and I'm not going to go into that. There's a video that you can actually go and see and check it up there. The medium should be with the student. The medium should be able to feel spirit, to discern the little nuances of energies and things like that. So what do I think about what you should be doing at this time? Most of the world, we're on lockdown for 2 weeks, okay? So isn't this a great time to look at your personal development? You as an individual, or even if you're at home with your family, how you could meditate together, how you can be more mindful in developing your spiritual practice, how you can take daily prayer. This is an opportunity now to develop the soul, to develop the self. Okay, so don't look at it as something negative. Yes, there's terrible things going on, but you have an opportunity now to be able to develop yourself. So don't jump just into every online group that's going on. Don't jump into online circles. Take some time to develop your discernment, to develop your prayer power, to take some time to do daily prayer, to do meditations, to take some time to study, to read books. This is a time where you can seriously contemplate in your spiritual direction. This is a time where you can actually develop yourself even deeper in your spiritual connection with those on the other side of life, and with also you learning more about your own divine power. You have the power within you to change negative to positive, whether it be from the choice that you make, or whether it be from even the power of your mind altering a particular state of influence, or say that you meet someone that may have a virus or something. You know, your divine power can transcend that danger, and can transmute that negative to positive. You know, this virus that has taken the world by storm. It's coming from the same place, and I would urge people from that area that there's a lot that needs to be looked into it. So, MERS virus, SARS virus, this now has come from the same place. Clearly, humanity is not learning a lesson, and clearly this is going to be a massive lesson for humanity in many, many different respects. It's going to change the way that we interact and the way that we do things because of the dangers that's associated with it. I never took it seriously at first. I mean, I was kind of thinking, it's just the flu, we'll get over it. And yes, the flu can be dangerous, but I think, what was the big kind of wake-up call for me was when I went to Starbucks, which is like a separate, like a secondary office to me, and all the chairs were gone and there was nobody there and everything had gone away. It kind of hit home that this is really serious. Governments don't shut down countries like Italy if it's not serious. But here's the good thing, guys. With prayer, with discernment, and with calling on our divine power, we can get through this, and we can really transcend the negative to the positive. And for all my fellow mediums, take this time to contemplate, to pray, and to raise your vibration to a new level, to help you in the work, in the service that you have, that you're bringing to humanity, in education, spiritual education, that is. And helping people to learn to discern, and in your own way, being able to serve people at a deeper level. You don't have to jump into online circles and things like that. And I don't think that you should be doing one-to-one sittings with people at the moment. And I don't think you should be doing group sittings. And I would urge you not to have your home circles and your public circles or your seances. Be respectful of people's energy and respectful of people's spaces, and understand that this is a thing that we can't see. It's an energy we can't see. It's a structure that we can't see that's very dangerous. So for a short time, we have to be responsible and take action. Remember, awareness and action. But on a good note, guys, we're going to get through this, and on a better note, that we're going to come out of this stronger and better and more spiritually developed. So I'm not going to go into who caused it, where it could happen. Is there a spiritual influence in this? Yes, there could be. There could be a lot to be learned from this. The reality is that man's choices have caused this. Could they be influenced? Yeah, of course, but influenced in many different ways. Man's choices has caused this, and it's now spreading. But we can learn from it, we can grow from it, and we can become more adaptable to change, both spiritually, mentally, and physically. So, ladies and gentlemen, have a wonderful day. Please don't let fear overtake you. Fear is so many. The false emotions appearing real, false acceptance of emotions. There's so many ways that we can think of it. But one thing that we do is when we buy into everyone else's fear, when we buy into how other people are seeing things, or when we buy into the mass panic, we reduce our capacity and our spiritual power to be able to transcend that. So see everything from a distant perspective. Become the observer rather than the participant, and then you'll see it on a different way. Guys, have a great day, and go and pray, and go and develop, and go and meditate, and be of service to humanity, and being understanding and compassionate, and show love wherever you can. This is the time that we all need to come together most. This is the time that we need to not argue within ourselves. This is the time that we need to be strong as a spiritual community. Have a wonderful day, guys. God bless.